Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah your power are alive, every one of you this day. I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shah, the water Yahweh Shemel Shah, for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Akim, pushing the word of sincerity and truth, and being faith-based, and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord lifting up the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens, rightfully so. And yeah, more wilderness, we edifying, keeping in tune. As usual, our job is to feed the flock, get out on the highways and the byways, and do our daily service to Yahweh Shemel Shah. And what is our daily service? Feeding the flock with the righteous statutes, laws, commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shah, and most importantly, preparing them for Yahweh Shah to come back, him and the angels, all right? Because Yahweh is going to send the angels back with Yahweh Shah. He's going to be on top of the chariots, and he's going to give judgment, and that's what we need. We need righteous judgment to be able to sustain ourselves righteously, because that's how we're going to live. That's life, That's the all be all of everything. That's the reason for the earth to sustain itself, for the sky, the air to be fresh, is based upon us. And it's been clarified. And you know how it's been clarified? That history is one of the reasons why it's been clarified, because we once, the history that was taught to us, we're just slaves. We were brought over here of our own will, which is bullcrap. No, the reason why we was brought over here is because we disobeyed Yahweh Shemel Shah. So Yahweh Shemel Shah has done his part by waking how he woke us up through fear, through understanding through understanding who we our nationality. Okay, that's how we alive now. We alive. We alive. We cleaved on to Yahweh Shemel Shah once we got it, right? We got it. So man, we don't want to let this go. Okay, so we cleaved on to Yahweh Shemel Shah, and Yahweh Shemel Shah has taught us through righteous men He has set up for all these centuries, thousands of years. He has taught us, set up righteous men, and those righteous men have been put to death by the ones that didn't want to get the truth. They didn't want the truth. So what happened? They put those righteous men to death. But this time around, the Lord is he's setting up an enzyme, and the men that's being set up now is going to be the ones that, especially the rest of the nation is going to bow to, right? Because we're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shemel Shah. By cleaving on to Yahweh Shemel Shah, He's going to give us a power seat too. By cleaving on to Yahweh Shemel Shah, we're going to be superstars. This what makes us alive. We're alive. Well. All right, verse 5. Behold, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even as the Lord my power commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. And the same thing that happened with Moses back then, when he taught us back then, the men is teaching us now. They're setting up men to teach other men. See, it says taught. So the same murmuring that was going on back then with Moses, you murmuring now. You don't make no sense on the things you say, because it don't make. You got to go to school. When you go to school, you don't say no. Oh, they shouldn't have taught us nothing. We didn't get taught nothing in school. So there's something to think about. That don't make sense, man. The things you say just don't make sense, right? Because we're gonna possess the land again. Because we was once in our land, now we not in our land. Then we've been taught this. We've been taught our nationality. You didn't know your nationality at once upon a time. Now you know your nationality. You know who you are. You know that the Lord is put the thoughts back in your head. He made you remember who you are. Though you once knew this. You was taught this back. Let's read this again. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes. The Abba Shema Shah has gave Moses back then, and he has taught us statutes. And he's given it to the men of Great Millstone and the Akim under him, under those men, and they've been taught, and they're teaching. This is about edifying. What the hell? Education means to bring out what is within. That means you knew this at one time. But I have taught you you statutes and judgment. This is how we're going to judge the world. This is how we're going to do this in righteousness. All the things that's been wrong on the earth, we're going to put it back in its right state. And we're going to govern the planet in righteousness. Even as the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, my power, commanded me. This is a commandment to teach. It's a commandment. That ye should do so in the land, whether ye go to possess it. We're going to do what we was taught to do in the land, a land with milk and honey. The earth is going to be back in its right state, so the whole earth is going to be milk and honey. We're going to show these other nations how to conduct themselves on the earth. You ain't been conducted right. It's crazy that certain things people say. I don't know what you're getting out of it. Lord willing, I'll brought design one of those men that stay focused in this always to the end. Because I at one point I didn't know my nationality. I didn't know who I was. Now, through the spirit of Shema Shah, I learned Hebrew. I taught my daughter Hebrew. I'm able to conduct myself correctly because I was taught how to do it. See? You've been taught how to do it, right? And now it's going to tell you, we're going to say verse 6. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding. How the hell are you going to understand something or get wisdom if you ain't taught it? For example, if you got two faggots around you all goddamn day, you've been taught how to be a faggot. Two lesbians, you've been taught how to be a lesbian. You got somebody eating pork chops, you've been taught how to eat that shit. So that don't make no sense if you talking about you don't get taught. It's crazy. All right, hold on. For this is wisdom and understanding in the sight of nations. Did I just say that? We're gonna be in front of these nations, showing them how to do things correctly. You've been taught how to do things wrong. So we're gonna teach these nations how to do the thing right. Where shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is wise and understanding people. That's us. So how the fuck you doing what you're doing, saying you ain't been taught? How the hell your kids learn how to fucking walk? Salakia. How your kids learn how to walk, man? Didn't you teach them? Don't you always tell your kids, hey, listen, do this, don't they go to school? They being indoctrinated in school, but you ain't being how you say, brainwashed by you ain't being indoctrinated. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. I don't know how. Oh, you can't be taught by men. Man, without the men of the Lord, you wouldn't even know Lashawan Kodash. You wouldn't even know how to get a Hebrew name. It's amazing, man. Like, just I don't know what you gain out of it, or what y'all people gain out of it. Want to be in the seat of a high authority or whatever y'all doing. If I don't know, man, time gonna tell. You're gonna find out you motherfuckers is getting filthy lucre. They get money at the table just to fucking fuck up shit. And then next thing you know, all that you did it for is gonna be all for nothing. It's gonna be all for nothing. You know, all for nothing. You're gonna realize, like, damn, because you're gonna, because you can't. You know, I always had this thought, like, it's gonna be thousands of Israelite men, Yasha Allah, because it speaks about in Second Ezra when he's gonna be putting crowns on heads, right? It's gonna have to be it's gonna have to be. He's tolling in the rest. So he's gonna be way in the front, and you're gonna be. I don't know levels. If he's tolling the rest, it might be maybe everybody gonna have status, but it's gonna be levels. So it's just gonna be some close to the size of Yahweh Shah. It's gonna be levels, man, and you're gonna be peeking over the time. Look over the shoulder, trying to see, but you ain't gonna be able to see the righteousness. You know, you're gonna be like, oh man. And then you know you're gonna hear those men. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Kum Yashala. You know, you're gonna hear names. Oh man. And you're gonna remember what the hell you did wrong. You're gonna remember. You're gonna remember that you wasn't right. You know? You're gonna remember that all the shit that you talked about and all the shit that you went against wasn't right. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Alright? Because we're going to, it says, read it again. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them. Keep what you would be taught. You need to keep that. For this is wisdom. This is your wisdom. This is your wisdom. Yahweh Shemar has had mercy to wake us back up, and you trying to put the people back to sleep. It's already at 2:30. You're chasing. I mean, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemar Shah. If they go back to sleep, then it wasn't a part. So, rightfully so. But our job is to wake up and feed the flock. Feed the flock. You goddamn idiot. Teach the flock. Teach the flock. That's feeding. Food for thought. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of nations. At the end of this word, nation is the S, plural. Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely they're gonna, because you know what? We got to teach them the laws too. You know, we got to teach them the laws too. Because what they doing wrong? They worship other gods. That's not the true power. Yahweh Shemar Shah is the true power. All right. Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great nation, and it is a wise and understanding people. And that's in order to get wisdom and understanding, you have to be taught to understand this. How did you even get the name? How did you? Because contrary to the internet, that's the only way you got the name. So the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah has set up great men to teach you, and you despise these men. You know, you despise these men, and that's why when it hits the fan in that great day, you're gonna be looking over the shoulders of men, and you know, we all gonna get, you know, through the spirit of Hashem Shah, that 144,000 men is gonna be kings and priests. They're gonna be the celebrities of the future, the superstars. But you just gonna be a regular citizen. You're gonna be a regular citizen. So that's what's coming. What the fuck is in this room? Damn demons. The demon acting the fool. Alright, Salakia. But I was just thinking about that. Salakia. Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who have power so nigh unto them? There's no other nation that's like us. There's no other nation like us. We the best, man. We the baddest. There's no one like us. There's nothing, no nation like us on the earth. Even in our worst, we the best. Damn. For what nation is there so great, who has power so nigh unto them? As the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah, our power, is in all things. He's in everything. Yahweh Shemel Shah is everything that we call upon him for. The scripture says that what did he say? He said I think it's I ain't got no internet service, because he said, well, if you call on Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's gonna make it happen for you. He's gonna do what he's supposed to do for you. Whatever you do, whatever you want done, he's gonna do it. That's why we have to be taught how to govern ourselves. And that's what's setting up right now. That's what's happening now. We're being taught how to get to the next level. The next level is coming. The next level is coming. We're gonna be sitting on thrones. We're gonna have servants. We're gonna have all the righteous women, and we're gonna never have to share our women. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah, this is what he promised us. But he said, in order for you to get that, you gotta listen to Yahweh Shah said, go and feed the flock. Teach the flock. All right. The spirit that brought this chapter out. I'm through the spirit. I'm just reading what I see. It's the spirit now. Look. And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments? There's no other. These other motherfucking nations ain't got no fucking. They taught us wickedness. When we was in it back in Genesis, when we was hiding amongst the trees, we was learning. We was fucking trying to blend in with their bullshit. You know, we was trying to blend in with their bullshit. Nobody's gonna do what we do, right? Right? That has statutes and judgment, so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day. And that's what the apostles is doing. They setting up, they rolling out the red carpet for Yahweh Shah. I remember when I first got into the truth, you know, I was watching a lot of Bible movies, right? Well, I forgot what movie it was. I know it was about King David. And he had a little young guy, and he was undercover. He was hiding. I forgot who he was hiding from. I think Saul, but he was like, it was just a movie. You know, when you read the scriptures, you know, he fled from Saul. But it was like one scene when he was running. He went to another city, and to seek refuge. And the little guy was like, make way for the blind man. Make way for the blind man. In this case, make way for Yahweh Shah. Make way for Yahweh Shah. Teach his shepherds. Have the shepherds teach the sheep. Become a shepherd and teach the sheep. Teach the sheep. Oh man, look at I'm Salaki. I had other verses. Salaki, I had other verses, but I'm gonna end it with this one. Oh, this is the word. There you go. Wait, hold on. You damn idiot. You idiots. Look at this right here. Look at Deuteronomy going with this one. You can't go around this verse. You damn. You're out of your mind. You've been taught. You're supposed to be taught, and that's that. Salaki. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 9. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligent, lest thou forget the things which thy eyes have seen, and lest thou depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. So this is a generation thing that's supposed to be passed down. So, with that, I had other things to bring out through the scriptures, but through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah, that's what he wanted. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, the Wadiyah, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, for giving us the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are teachers who have taught us well. The Wadiyah, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, for giving us the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim. Shalom.